Electronics, and this is Crystal from the most extreme wrestling, and this is your Raw review for July 29th, 2013.
Indeed.
Somewhere in Texas, this show was taped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't catch exactly where it was taped.
Why was it a tape show, not a live show?
Well, because apparently they're going on a tour. I can't remember exactly where.
Okay, international tour?
Yeah, international tour.
Okay.
Not a United States tour.
Okay.
So, they actually taped this SmackDown and a few other shows, right?
Okay.
But the commentary was live. So they could tell us what was trending and whatnot. Which was smart. And plus they had the WWE Active and things of that nature. So it makes sense. But it is interesting that the commentators were actually there at the show. Isn't that weird? They were there.
That's really weird.
I guess they had to be, or people would have gotten upset.
They were there, but not saying anything.
Well, I think they commentated, but they didn't actually air that commentary.
So they made them commentate the thing twice?
I guess. It's pretty strange.
Well,
I mean, they do, like, main event and crap like that, so maybe they had to be there for that? I mean, would it really have been that noticeable to us on television if they didn't show the announcers, like, ever? Because they could have just not shown them.
I would have noticed.
It's kind of weird. It is kind of bizarre, but...
It's weird how they did it, but I would have noticed if the announcers weren't there.
And if you did notice that in some segments they would show the announcers and they'd be talking. So they filmed segments being like, well, did you see Total Divas? Where you can see it again. You know, stuff like that that was non-pertinent to the time. And things of that nature. So it was pretty interesting, but because the first time they started talking about stuff was trending, I was like, how do they know? Are they just making educated guesses out there? Okay. So Vince McMahon and the general manager of Raw, Brad Maddox, comes out.
Yes.
And Vince is talking about how Daniel Bryan is tiny, he's a troll, he's a half pint. And I'm just like, oh, why they gotta say stuff like that? So mean, so rude. But Vince is like, you think that this guy is the hottest thing in WWE? Is that why you choose him? Well, you know, Cena, these fans are lying to you, because I guess they don't really believe that. They just say that. And,
that doesn't even make logical sense.
Well, I probably said it wrong. But Kane is going to be...
What you said did not make sense.
Well, I'm sorry. Kane's going to be taking on Daniel Bryan tonight. That's a match that Brad Maddox made last week, so I guess that's good for Brad Maddox making that, and the tables match for later tonight that was actually last week. Brad Maddox, other than that, being in this segment, did absolutely nothing during the show. Did you notice that?
Yeah, because, I mean, I came in at 8, and...
Because you were doing jiu-jitsu.
That's right, I was
and you know,
some butt.
Because you do the martial arts thing, you know that makes you qualified to be believable going against anybody, right? I'm just letting you know that.
Oh, okay, that's good to know.
Anybody you want to get in the ring with, you're believable now.
Okay, that's good to know. But, anyways, from 8 to 10, I did not see Brad Maddox at all.
Okay, well...
That was my point.
Yeah, well, he didn't do anything. But anyways, Vince McMahon talks about his ruthless aggression thing, the thing that he invented this term in 2002, trying to get Bubba Ray Dudley to be tough and trying to get John Cena to be tough.
I don't think he invented the term ruthless aggression, but okay.
Well, somebody invented the term toothless aggression, but that is not what we're talking about. Ruthless aggression, he's still talking about it today. And I'm like, wow, does he just really love this phrase? It's just weird.
I mean, it's right up there with intestinal fortitude.
Yeah, but that's more of a Mick Foley line.
Well, it's also a phrase that...
It's said by countless others.
Yeah, that's said all the time.
Even ruthless aggression? Because I have never heard that said by anybody else.
I guess not, no.
No. So Vince, he tries to get on Daniel Bryan's level. He starts shortening up. And I was like, oh, that's wrong.
That was pretty jacked
But Daniel Bryan says, I'm going to get on your level. So he stands on his tippy toes. And that's kind of fun.
Yeah,
I laughed. I will admit. And they're like, do you think he's going to be the new WWE champion? And everybody starts going, yes, yes, yes. Why is the battery dying?
That's what I was just, like, looking at.
I don't even care.
Did you not charge it?
Well, keep going.
No, I did not. Okay.
Okay. So, as they are in the ring, Daniel Bryan and Vince McMahon, the Shield starts coming out, and don't you just love, without incident, the Shield comes out, and Vince McMahon just strolls on out. That's so stupid. It bothers me. At least they didn't call it out this time, and it was like, hey guys, look, the big bad Shield is just letting Vince McMahon walk without incident. But, hey, it happened. So, now we got the entire Shield going against Mark Henry and the Usos. Such an odd pairing, but they did good.
I thought that sounds interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've had matches before. I mean, I know they have, but I liked their little trio. Wish that Mark Henry would continue to be in bigger matches, but hey, man.
Wait, is he already done with his world title run thing?
Yep.
Like, for real?
He was a placeholder. He was just a darn good placeholder.
But he was so good.
I know, but...
And he's just done now?
Yeah.
John Cena beat him once and we're done?
I guess. Big bad dude, but he turned good guy.
He already turned good guy?
Yeah, he's with the Usos. They're all buddies. I know, it doesn't make much sense, does it? You can't miss 1 week at all. You can't do that.
It was so good.
Well, yes. Okay. So, we see Ryback, and he's saying that he's been throwing his weight around. And judging by the end of the segment, I was like, I think that...
I'm sorry, how did he even turn good guy?
I don't even remember. He said, like, a line, and he was a good guy. And then he got beat up by the Shield, and that's really what made him a good guy, I think. I know, it probably made a little more sense than that, but the way it happened, it didn't really. But it's alright.
I just can't get over it.
But, you know, Ryback talks a lot of crap about people who are not in good shape and whatnot, so it's more like Ryback throws around their weight, if that makes any sense. This guy was eating something, and I guess he upset...
Poor guy?
This poor guy was eating something. Ryback beat him up, threw him to a table.
Just a random person?
Yeah, I don't know who he was. I'm hoping that he wasn't like a Be a Star representative or anything like that, because he totally got bullied, thrown through a table, and if I ever got thrown through a table, I probably wouldn't mind getting thrown through a table full of food, because I love food, and then as I'm weeping...
Table full of cereal would be like your dream.
Well, as I am weeping in sorrow, I could have a sandwich or two, and
or some cereal.
Whatever, I'll be alright. Well, it's hard to eat cereal when you're beat up and you're strewn across a table full of cereal and milk. It'd be kind of hard to eat it after that.
I guess that's true.
Just saying. And the Wyatt family has a promo. I liked it. Video package. Rob Van Dam is going to go against Fandango. Which is kind of a weird match, but love me some RVD. Fandango trying to hone his skills and learn from Curtis Axel in the count-out victory. But he did it incorrectly and counted himself out, losing the match. So I guess this is good heel stuff for Fandango. I don't know. Do people like Fandango? I don't know.
I still can't get past this stupid gimmick. Like, I just can't move past it.
Because he dances.
Because he dances.
But he's a jerk.
He dances.
He's arrogant.
He's a dancing jerk.
Yeah.
I just can't get past it. I can't. I've tried.
Well, he gets counted out, and sad day, I guess. Rob Van Dam does his cool stuff, but
Rob Van Dam is significantly less ghetto booty than before.
I know, he's lost some muscle mass in his gluteus maximus. And I noticed on the top of his singlet or whatever, it looked like Ultimate Warrior logos. I just thought that was weird. But at least he wasn't wearing a TNA outfit like he was at some signing he did recently.
That man does not give a crap.
Well, you know. Now, we have AJ Lee acting crazy. And she's going to take on Caitlyn. And I'm like, thumbs up to that. We get to see Divas with the championships and whatnot in a match. Caitlyn wins.
Did she lose her title? Because when I came in, AJ was on the ground screaming incoherently.
No, that was because...
And I didn't know why.
That was because Dolph came out there, and he, interrupted, and he wanted a match with Big E Langston, and that was going to happen now. He had the match with Big E Langston. AJ Lee came in the match, attacked Dolph, caused a disqualification, and then something happened, and then she was screaming, I believe.
Because I thought that Dolph came in and demanded...
a match with Big E Langston.
But that was after she was already screaming.
Perhaps.
Because I remember this. She was on the ground screaming, and then Dolph came out.
They was doing this, pretty sexual move in the ring with the Divas wrestling. Really? And they zoomed into Big E Langston's face, and I was just like... Because he was, looking really hard. I mean, he was, like that, And I was like, gonna get in trouble. He might have the ladies that, in the back. I don't know. I don't know his dating situation.
You didn't find that out when you watched Total Divas?
I didn't. He wasn't on there.
Okay.
You should watch Total Divas.
I just wanted the world to know that you watched Total Divas.
The world already knows because I did a review, and if they don't know it now, they can add it to their watch right after this video and say, "Dang, Chronix, you're just so cool." It's so much better when Crystal's not there. You know what I mean?
It's not nice.
Oh, but
I'm awesome. I add character to the show.
Character. Alright, so Christian.
Awesomeness.
Nah. Christian is going against Del Rio.
Yes.
Del Rio is the World Heavyweight Champion. And it really made me think. Because, think about it. When Del Rio was champion the first time, he was going against Christian's buddy, WrestleMania time 2011, right?
Okay.
That was Del Rio then. The promising, I won the Royal Rumble, I'm a big heel, I'm going to be the future of the company, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now here we are, several years later. He's going against Christian, and he is...
And no one cares.
He's even more irrelevant than he ever has been.
Yeah, literally no one cares.
So I think that perhaps Christian was trying to help out there, because,
honestly, people are not caring that much about Christian now.
What?
I mean, you don't see it?
Where?
I just thought there had been, less cheers and stuff for Christian.
Why aren't you clapping?
I don't know.
One more match.
Oh, okay.
We're going to have one more match. Do
you agree, though?
No. I love Christian.
I'm not saying I don't love Christian. I was just saying that it seems there is less enthusiasm for the man as of late. You don't think so?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think he'll ever get to win the WWE title, but I can still dream. And
I like him. I was just saying.
But Christian wins the match. He beats the World Heavyweight Champion, but he didn't win the title. It's a sad day. Okay. Now Cody Rhodes comes out and they have the Sandow recap.
Which was awesome.
Which was very awesome.
Because I did not get to see that.
You just heard me describe it.
Yes, and it was exactly as you described.
On SmackDown.
But more awesome to see it in person.
I couldn't paint a good enough picture.
Well, you did, but the real picture.
Alright, so Cody Rhodes, love me some Cody Rhodes, even does some gold dust moves, even hits his moonsault, which he has the weirdest, craziest moonsault. It's not a bad crazy, it's a good crazy, but it's weird looking. But awesome. And he goes against Wade Barrett. Somebody pointed out on Twitter that Wade Barrett has a new theme song for every failed push, and I died, because that is so freaking true and funny and sad.
True.
But Cody Rhodes, flying high with Damian Sandow, even though they're not together. Damian Sandow comes out, and he's all upset. He filed a complaint with WWE. I don't know if this means that he doesn't have the Money in the Bank, because he doesn't have it. If you don't have the briefcase, how do you cash it in?
We were discussing this, because I'm just not sure, because if you don't have the briefcase, you can't cash it in. But what I think is going to happen is that he's going to show up and be like, "We dredged this from the bottom of the Gulf of Mexico." And then that's what I think is going to happen.
So then when he tries to cash in at SummerSlam, or not SummerSlam, but later, they're going to be like, "Oh, well, that's a duplicate."
I mean, possible.
It's going to, I don't know. Just saying. I don't want to give them any ideas, because WWE might take it and run with it. Okay, so Bryan versus Kane, a match that we've probably been wanting to see for a while, that kind of happened out of nowhere, but they did have 1 week to build it up. And yes, they had no pre-match handshake and not even a pre-match hug. So
Why would they do that?
Because they respect each other.
I thought they didn't like each other.
No, they've had their difficulties.
I feel lost after missing 1 week.
Yeah, well, they
didn't
have any development over a week.
The last time I paid attention to them, they were really mad at each other.
I guess. I don't remember. Maybe I'm the one that doesn't remember. But Daniel Bryan wins, and I was surprised by that. And after the match, he gets a choke slam, so there is a little bit of issues going on in there, a little bit of problems. And Kane and Wyatt family, they have a brawl, and the Wyatt family comes away beating up Kane again. And I'm why do they got such a problem with Kane?
I don't know.
Maybe they don't like his mask. I mean,
they should, because he's weird and creepy.
All right, and if you weren't watching Raw at this point, you didn't see it at all. Get ready for your mind to be blown right off of your shoulders. You see, or out of your head. You see, they didn't have just one Divas match. They had two. Oh my gosh. You need to get Joey Styles in there just to say it one time. Because they had two Divas matches in one night. It was one of the Bella twins, I don't remember which one, going against Natty Neidhart.
The skinny Bella.
You could say that technically, you know, it's not like they actually had a Divas match. This was more just a promotion for their show.
This was stupid.
Why?
I just didn't get it. They're like wrestling, and then the not as skinny Bella came out and started quacking a duck thing.
Yeah, I didn't understand that either.
See, it didn't make sense.
I watched Total Divas and there was no quacking of a duck.
And I didn't understand what happened. And she was just like, quack, 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 duck. And then Natalya got distracted but didn't get distracted. Because if you looked in the ring, like, she never, like, looked over and was like, oh my gosh. Like, she just kept wrestling, but then for some reason that allowed Skinny Bella to win.
I didn't get it either.
It just, the whole thing just didn't make sense.
Now, we have the best in the world. CM Punk come out, and you wrote a note here.
I did. I wrote Best versus the Beast, because I wanted to talk about this, because I had this thought.
That would be cue for you.
Thank you. But anyways, so they keep promoting this as the Best versus the Beast. And it just popped into my head. It's like the book of Revelations here. Out of the Bible. There's the Beast, 666, the best, Jesus, fights him.
I mean, does it really say the best and the beast in the Bible?
No, it doesn't say the best and the beast, but it talks about the beast, and then you have, like, perfection. And everybody says that CM Punk is, like, the perfect wrestler, and they, like, talk about him like he's the Jesus of wrestling.
They do talk about him like he's the Jesus of wrestling.
Like, he can do no wrong ever. He's, like, complete perfection.
He's the savior.
He's the savior of wrestling. And he's fighting the beast. The beast incarnate.
Ooh.
If they, like, tattoo a 666 on Ryback's forehead, I'm gonna be like...
Brock Lesnar?
Yes. Sorry. Wrong one. They're, like, the same, except for one's good and one sucks.
What? Wait, you mean Brock Lesnar's good and Ryback sucks?
No, I don't, actually. But yeah. I'm just saying. They're, like, billing it like Jesus.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to point that out. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not, but... that is the way that it seems to me.
Well, I mean, Vince McMahon did wrestle God and Shawn Michaels in the tag team.
I forgot about that.
But, now we have Axel, Curtis Axel. I got my means nothing guys, like, confused. Curtis Axel.
I was about to be like, who's Alex? Then I remembered.
Yeah. Versus R-Truth. It's, like I said on Twitter, this is the biggest night in our sport. Couldn't get any bigger than this. Curtis Axel versus R-Truth.
I still can't get into this dude.
He says, well, hold on, I can't. Like, imagine this as part of my face. I'm more perfect than perfect.
He did say it just like that.
And,
with the same inflections.
Yeah.
And great acting.
Yeah. Well, he's a wrestler. Okay. He's a wrestler.
No.
Well, anyways, the more human than human, or whatever he is. He has a match with R-Truth. Why is R-Truth back? I don't know. But I guess it's cool that he's there.
It's cool that he's back.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, I'm kind of sad that he's not doing anything wrestling Curtis Axel, but...
Yeah. But Punk comes out and attacks Axel because I'm not really sure why he's really mad at him. I don't remember, like, them having such a heated rivalry going on. I know that they had problems, but I didn't know it was just cause for running out and attacking. Maybe it was CM Punk being upset that he didn't have a match or something like that.
I can't keep track anymore.
Because CM Punk's match got replaced by a Divas match.
Well, that serves him right for killing the Divas match on WrestleMania.
Well, you didn't watch Total Divas, so you don't know that.
But you told me about it.
Okay.
Which was an interesting tidbit, by the way.
Tidbit.
What a jerk.
Heyman runs away, and then we see Triple H and Stephanie walk through the halls, and our excitement just blowing through the roof.
I mean, I know I was just on the edge of my seat here.
And then
There was an argument between the McMahons.
Whatever. John Cena and Ryback have their tables match, and I don't know if anybody has... I can't
stand this match anymore.
I don't know if anybody has like a record book of how many times John Cena has had a tables match, but I swear the man has had more tables matches than anybody. I know it sounds crazy, but he has had a lot.
No, not just the John Cena and the tables match. I'm just tired of seeing John Cena fight Ryback. Dude fights Ryback like every other week.
Who else in your
For
face?
like the past 3 months.
Yeah?
I'm just tired of seeing it. This time they both picked up giant Legos and threw them at each other.
Those are solid steel steps.
Those are giant Legos. That is exactly what it reminded me of, was 2 little kids like hunking a chunk of Legos at each other.
Really? That's the last thing that ever would have came across my brain.
Really? You didn't see that?
No.
Okay. I saw kids with Legos.
I saw like solid steel 395 pound
that bounced off of each other.
Not in any way
they were
hollow aluminum, okay?
Bouncy.
Even though it sounds like hollow aluminum and you can see the inside of it, it is solid steel. Yes. Dangerous, deadly.
Bouncy.
But John Cena did a backdrop on one of them. That looked like it hurt. Yes.
Ryback threw one through a table.
That's true.
That was rather pointless.
He didn't really get the point of the table match so much. He thought if he broke the table, he would have won. But he didn't realize that the Lego was not John Cena, and he paid for it because John Cena put one up in the corner and did the AA through the table in the corner. And Ryback was hurt, but John Cena passed out almost, and I was like, dang, dude, that must have really hurt you. But Cena wins, and then here comes Daniel Bryan running through all the maze of tables in the entranceway, grabs the little WWE Championship, is holding it up. It's gonna I'm gonna give it to you, Cena. No, this is mine. And he starts doing the yes,
yeah, he
yes,
kind of did the psych thing really good. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
I really, really thought that he was gonna hand it to John Cena. He was like, psych.
He said psych.
In his mind, he did.
And, yes, so Daniel Bryan holding the WWE title. Could that be prophetic as to things to happen in future?
I don't know, but that is what the word prophetic meant.
Are you surprised I knew what a word meant?
No, not at all. I was just pointing out that you said the word and then defined the word after it.
Well, I mean, that's like doing people a service type thing, you know?
Okay.
I'm helping everybody out.
Okay.
And me. And you who did not know what the word was.
I knew what the word was.
But you only knew what the word was because I defined it.
No, I knew what the word
there
was
you go.
Before now.
No.
Yes.
You're the one that didn't know what perverse meant.
There's been so many words that you didn't know what meant.
Oh yeah, name one.
I don't keep a catalog of all the words that you didn't know because there's so many I can't remember, whereas you have one. Burn.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yes, I am wrong, even though you cannot prove me wrong, and I've proven my point right, and you can't prove it wrong. You are still right. It's good logic there. It's good logic. I'm just saying.
It was perfectly sound.
Sound logic indeed. We will see you guys next time.